What's up, everybody? Today we are at Ima's home, the best place to ever be. This is Mikala's first time, and we're just gonna jump right into it. What are your first thoughts after seeing the campus, after interacting with the kids? I know it's only been, what, 3-4 days now?
Yeah, it's only been a few days, but first thoughts, it's beautiful. In the middle of, you would never suspect that it's such an oasis in the middle of, it feels like nowhere.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely beautiful. I was blown away by the amount of love that Tate specifically was shown as soon as he got out of the car the first day. So we drive in. It was, long day of travel, but we drive in, we get here, we get out of the van, and Tate walks out and immediately is swarmed by the boys, taken by the hand, shown around like he has been here his whole life, like they were best friends forever. And I just thought to myself, like, wow, if my son was shown that much love, how much love is a new child here at Ima's home shown by the kids. So, God, it's been 30 seconds, I'm already
It's okay. It's totally okay, honestly. I mean, I'm about 4 interviews in with the kids, and it is awesome hearing that their first experience of when did you feel loved and accepted and like fully embrace it? Like, when did you receive that? When did it sink in?
It's like the first moments.
It's the first moments.
I heard that and I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like it doesn't take them time to feel love. Like they're immediately embraced by love from the other kids and from the people that work here. Like,
my chair is sunk in. What's up, bud? Love you, buddy.
But yeah, just the fact that immediately you feel the love here. Immediately the children are accepted, and immediately they feel at home.
Yeah.
And that's an amazing feeling, especially for what they've been through. Like to be taken from your family and brought somewhere that you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you're here, just to feel so accepted and so loved.
Woo.
I told you I can't do this.
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough to. Oh man. Hey, buddy. I've already told my wife so many times how much I appreciate her being here and getting to seeing her, love on the kids and seeing them love on her. I mean, it's amazing to see your inner family receive and give that same love. Get over here, girl. You're gonna see Karina in one of those interviews here in a bit on social media, and here she is, this beautiful creation. Love you, girl. We got PJ behind the cameras. He's manning them. I told him he didn't have to hide, but he's doing a good job of managing the cameras from behind. Gerald over here, he's such an amazing leader and room parent. I mean, it's easy to talk about and love on any of the people that are here. Just to continue the conversation, talk about the campus as if no one's seen it before, no one's seen any kind of footage. Go.
So anytime I would tell my coworkers that, like, oh, we're visiting an orphanage in the Philippines that my pastor started, they're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, no. You think orphanage and you think, dirty or overcrowded, and that's not at all what it's like here. For me, it feels like summer camp all the time.
Oh, yeah. It's like summer camp mixed with resorts.
Right.
I mean, you see it in just this one shot. I mean, it's insane.
It's beautiful. We're staying at the second campus that, according to the boys, just opened last year. And I saw the first campus a few days ago, and just the expansion and the growth is so cool to see, that the fact that we started with one campus with just a handful of kids and now just built this new campus, and there's even more going on and behind this campus. Like, it's really cool to see this beautiful modern home for these kids in an area, again, that you wouldn't suspect it here at all.
Oh, no.
And just the fact that they have this beautiful home with an event center and a pool and volleyball court and a basketball court, like it feels like you're just hanging out with friends and family all the time.
It does.
It does.
It does. I mean,
and even with the kids, like they treat each other like friends and family.
Yeah. Talk about that. How do you feel whenever you're called Auntie Mikala? This being your first time. How does that feel being initiated into family so soon? How does that?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like and we talked about this earlier, I feel like the culture in America is just so different, right? Like everyone's a little bit standoffish. They're like, oh, hi, sir. Nice to meet you. Maybe, right? Like, Or maybe you're just like,
don't give Americans a bad rap.
but you know it's true. You know it's true. You go to somewhere that, you know, you might not know any, the park even. Okay, so let's say I take Tate to the park, and you know, Tate's playing, and there's other adults there, and you're like, you give the polite little wave, nod, smile. But even with the kids, like Tate's playing, and the kids get too much in each other's space, and they're like, oh, space, give him space, give him space. But like here, it's just so different. Everyone is just so open with their physical love, and like just with embracing each other, and it's a little bit of culture shock for me because I'm not used to that as much. I've gotten more used to it since getting into your family.
That is true.
And since us being married, but still, like the culture is just so different.
Yeah.
Everyone is just so open with love, and just open with hugs, and open with accepting you into their family. Uncle Josh, Auntie Mikala, and I'm like, oh, hi, we just met, but yeah, I'll be your auntie any day.
So we've gotten a little, not too much like flack from bringing a 2-year-old on this trip, but
a lot of raised eyebrows, like, oh, that's what you're doing.
Hey, it is a rougher life. I will not shy away from that.
It's an experience. It's different.
It's different.
It's not easy. It's not easy traveling with a toddler or a child anyway.
Right now he is taking a nap.
He is taking a nap. But I think it's been good for us to take him to experience these things. I think it's good for us to show him, you know, other ways of life, other cultures, the love that these kids have. And it's a shock for him too, because again, like American culture is a little bit different, and he's an only child.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this being my third visit, her first visit. I mean, I bought them cake. We had like a big party for Tate, and he wasn't even there. And so, like, you know, showing pictures of my phone. They're always like, you know, going through the pictures on your phone, and thankfully, whatever, blah. So like he's been like a little celebrity, even though he doesn't know it. So like now that he's here, and of course he's a blonde-headed white American boy, 2 years old. I mean, they already love the kids that are here. I mean, he's just getting like extra amounts of love, and he's definitely not used to it. So like all the touching or the picking up, he's just not used to that level of engagement.
Right.
And so, you know, he's 2 years old, doesn't fully know how to express that. So he's unfortunately a little aggressive. But what's awesome is that all the kids at Ima's home have been just like cool with it, not like understanding.
Right, understanding. But I think also, you know, they understand that everyone has different backgrounds and different experiences, and like, okay, you need some space. That's okay. And they know how to love, despite how people, you know, how people act.
Yeah, despite how people receive it.
Right, despite how people receive it. You know, they just have that love of Jesus. Like, okay, all good. I still love you. Like, I'm still gonna ask about you, and I'm still gonna say, hey, where's Tate, even though you might have thrown a rock at me earlier.
Oh gosh. So yeah, there's an abundance of rocks all over the place, and
he also loves David and Goliath. So.
Oh gosh. Oh man. So it's, I mean, he's a raging masculine boy, and it's just like, how do you encourage but also direct? I mean, that's just regular parenting, but still.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's parenting on high levels here at Ima's home. But then also for us, I mean, this is like parenting not under a microscope, but parenting with an audience.
Oh yeah.
So there's good and bad with that. It's okay. But I think the best part is that these kids are seeing a family figure it out. And bye, love you, girl.
Bye.
Have a good day at school.
Figure it out, and discipline and love. Yeah. You know, I mean, every child needs discipline. So you discipline your child when they're being a boogerhead, and but then, like, you know, go back and love them.
Yeah, for sure.
Them. So I think it is, like you said, it is good to show a family dynamic, because I think Tate is probably the youngest child that has visited. I
think so too. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Just
right, they expect him to be older because they hear 2 and they expected to see a baby. He's not.
No. He's 2 and he's, you know, taller than the 3-year-old.
Almost 3.
He's almost 3?
He's almost 3.
Okay, I keep saying that he's 3. Anyways, regardless, he is just like showered with love, and everybody loves Tate. Love y'all. Bye.
No, I mean, Tate is almost 3.
Oh, true. But Bello's 3 already.
Bella's 3, he's almost 4.
Oh, okay. See, yeah, that's what I thought. So a lot of people have asked, like, what are we doing here? Like, what are some of our goals? And honestly, something I'm just excited about is obviously just spending time with the kids.
Yeah.
Like it was cool the first year that we came, and I came with this amazing team, and we stayed right here in this upper half, and it's such a beautiful building. But one thing that I didn't love was being apart from the kids. I just want to share life with them. So the second time, I was boots on the ground over at the girl campus, and at the time, actually, all the kids were still there. They hadn't split apart yet, and getting to live and breathe with them was just so cool, and was the best part. What I loved so much. And the late night conversations that you have with the elders as far as like your future and what we see in them, and here's some opportunities where you could help out, like already right here, and then they already obviously have that in their heart, and
Right.
they're already making plans with that. Oh my gosh, it's just so cool. So it's just cool to be a part of it all, and just kind of like, how can I help? Pastor, what can I do? Show me what I can do. So for you, like, I know that you feel like I hate it when you say that you don't feel like you're contributing, but honestly, just being a motherly figure, someone who is their family, who is pouring into them, that's insanely valuable.
Yeah, I mean, that's been my goal. Like, let's just see what are the needs here? Like, what can I do? Is it just to show love? I mean, I will show love all day long. Yeah. I'll read books to the kids or play games or puzzles. Also, like, ask them, what do you need? What can we provide for you? Or what can we help gather people back at home to provide for you guys? Like, where are the gaps, Yeah. So that's what I'm, here to get out of it, or here to contribute to it. I feel like you always have goals. You're like, I'm going to teach video, I'm going to teach drums, we're going to take pictures, and I'm here to support, which is totally fine.
But this is also a living and breathing organism. I mean, one thing that hasn't even happened yet, they have an amazing, astounding above ground pool that these kids are like so excited to jump into.
Yeah, 2 churches actually sponsored those pools, which is so cool.
Man, God is so good.
Yeah.
So anyways, Pastor is telling them, we're going to wait until Sunday, and it's going to be a baptismal service, and then we're going to have a party. And obviously that anticipation is right now. Is right now. So there's that. But then also kind of, you said fill in the gaps, and that's where I feel like we're the most valuable. And the times where there's a kid that is crying on the middle of the floor, but there's no one there around for the moment. You don't know if they're out somewhere, because there's 135 kids.
Right.
So like, that's your opportunity to go and, hey, what's going on? Pull them in, love on them, give them that love. There's a girl who came home today just from school. She'd been pushed down from a kid, and that's another opportunity for you to, hey, how do I say it's going to be okay? How do I parent in Tagalog? How can I be there for them? But then also, like, back to the living, breathing organism. One thing that they had at the girls' campus was a library. They don't have that here. I mean, they're still kind of figuring it out, and it's not an oversight. It's, hey, how can we fill that need? How can we facilitate?
Right. How can we help?
How can we be?
Because there's only so much you can do at one time, right? And so I know that there are goals here, and so they're constantly building, constantly growing, constantly doing things, and so. Yeah, anything that we can do to help accelerate those things, like that's kind of where I'm here to see, like, what can we provide, what can we help with, and so I've started making a list of like, okay, so the boys' campus wants games, puzzles, just things to do when it's too hot to play basketball. Everyone loves to play sports and basketball, but I mean, they've canceled school because of the heat. Yeah. So
they don't have air conditioning.
Right, they don't have air conditioning in the school, and so like, if it's too hot in there, it's probably going to be too hot to play sports outside. So like, what can we help to provide for them to just give them something to do, to exercise their brains instead of just waiting for it to cool off.
Speaking of exercising their brains, so I love chess.
I love this.
And I got them a chess set, and I'm thinking like, I don't know. I'm just gonna,
you are out of practice. This is something that you just recently started to get back into.
Right. I don't play all the time or anything.
No.
It's just like it's a mild love that I have kind of like in the back, whatever. And I'm trying to get my family to play every so often whenever we're together, and they're like, So I bought them a chess set here, and then Pastor's like, oh, they already have chess set, they're good. So anyways, I start playing the kids, and like one of the first kids that I play, I'm looking around to see if he's over here. He's not.
I think he beat you in like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, he beat me in a couple of moves. Like he beat me in
He's like Checkmate.
I was like, wow. I was like, bro, give it here. Heck yeah. Next game I did beat him though, but I mean, yes, not just him. It's been 50-50 as far as like, winning and losing. And I'm like, man, these kids are awesome. I mean, so that's just, so cool.
They're bright, sharp kids.
They are bright, sharp kids.
So yeah, like chess sets, Monopoly, Scrabble, board games that they can play together, and like it's not like, okay, well I did this one word search and now I'm done, or things that can constantly get them interacting when it's hot outside and they're bored. So I started making a list of those kind of things.
Last time I brought my Switch for something to play on the plane. Well, this year I brought like all 4 controllers. My wife is like, oh my gosh, you and electronics. But I mean, I love to, hey, go play, have fun. Let's play this together. And so like one thing, whenever we were hanging out the other day, I was like, have you guys ever played Tetris? And they're like, no. And I'm like, this is a classic game. We got to play this. And so I don't know, just kind of like sharing whatever and anything. I'm like, let's freaking go. So it is, I don't know. It's not, whenever you get off the plane and you're at customs and they're like, is this a vacation? Is this a work trip? And I'm like,
I don't really know how to classify this.
yeah, right. It's not, I don't know. You're just hanging out with your family. Yeah, you're just hanging out with extended family. You're playing games. You're existing. So, I mean, I guess it's a vacation, but I don't know. Like
a vacation with purpose?
Yeah, vacation with a purpose. I don't know what you would call this, but anywho, we're here, loving every bit of it.
Yeah.
We're only, thankfully, 3 days in. We have a full week ahead of us. So, anyways, I can't tell you how thankful I am to have you here with me. And
I'm glad to not be left behind this year.
Oh, God.
I'm just teasing.
She goes.
I'm just teasing. No, I'm glad that you've been able to come so many times because you already have built that rapport and that relationship. And I'm grateful that they're already kind of familiar with our family too, and that we're able to experience it together. Yeah. It's been a really, really great experience. And I would honestly encourage whoever, if you're able to come experience it, pour into the kids. Because like you said, there's 137, I think, children here. And
is there 37? Did you hear another number?
Is it 135?
There's 135.
There's over 130 children here, and there's only so many adults that can pour in at a time. And so the more love that they get, the better. Why not?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want more love,
2022, I made a video that whenever I came in, it was 118. So, I mean, it is cool to kind of already see.
And the goal's 100, or the goal's 300.
It's just cool to interact with all the new kids and like, how long have you been here? What's your story? Mm-hmm. And obviously, there's a bit of a language barrier, but still, like, they just slip right into the IMA's culture. Yeah. And your family already, you're hugging like crazy, and
yeah, I can't tell who has been here for 15 years versus who has been here for 5 months. Like everyone just loves each other so equally, and just they all act the same. They all act like they belong here and love it here, and are accepted. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. Love you, baby.
Love you too.
Who's next?